Good morning, my friends. It is 11 o'clock, I think. And I may not be able to finish this video, and if I don't, I'll have to make a part two somewhere else. So anyway, I have my coffee. Again, the reason why I got these on, I always say it because somebody's going to say, what are you looking at? Well, see, if I look at the real camera, I'm looking over here. So the only way to do it is to put my glasses on so it looks like I'm focused at the screen when I'm really looking over this way. So, I watched a little bit of Canadian Prepper just today. It was done yesterday. And I'm telling you, a lot of things are beginning to switch. There's all kinds of weird things going on. Things I'm not going to bring up. Things I'm not going to talk about. You can find them yourself like I did. Bring yourself to your own conclusion. But there's a lot of things right now that are beginning to really ramp up. And if you're asleep, you don't see it. And what does it mean? It means soon you might see the death of this. And it'll all be this digital, which it already is because most of us are already doing it. We all pretty much use it. And let me get down here and get what I just dropped. Okay, so anyway, there's that part. Now, on his channel, and this is worldwide too, because this is Canada, not here. They're already coming out and telling people like today, you should probably get gas and gas up, which I usually do at half a tank anyway. I've always done it all my life. That way you're not out of gas. But, oh crap, the stations go down and you can't buy anything. So today I decided that I needed to check my stuff. Well, I got a lot of stuff and sometimes it gets bumped around and I can't find it, right? Well, I did, and my one that's over here is charging because it's pretty well dead. And I'm going to look at this one before I show it to you and see where its charge level is. This one is completely charged. Okay, I have two of these. Now, these are by no means going to power my home. But they can do things like maybe, if I can still use it, charge this or this air conditioner here that's small, something little. Anything that you might need to really kind of run, a laptop, if there's Wi-Fi, or anything you have that's battery operated. So this is my better one, and I'm going to show it to you. I got a couple things I am going to show you. And again, food, water supplies, enough for 2 weeks. Have enough stocked in your pantry or whatever it is, canned goods, because you never know what's going to go down. There have been a lot of weird things running around YouTube, and whether you believe it or not, they're there. Okay, so anyway, this is my first one, and this is made by Flash Fish. Okay, and basically it's a battery. So let's give you the lifespan of this. This thing would probably power a CPAP machine, you know what I mean, for people who have sleep problems, a couple days. That's pretty good if you don't have anything at all. So I have two of them, and this one over here is charging. It's a little different one. That one is made by a different company. It's only got 2 bars on it now. I just happened to go check it. Okay, so there's that. Now around your house, you should even have these just positioned all over in case you really got to find yourself around in the dark. This I bought a long time ago when I lived in Oregon. I've only looked at it once. I broke the seal, but everything in it is good because it's all bagged up. And in here, I'll even show you. This is a little water bottle, BPA approved, that you could carry with you. And I'm going to show you what's in this. Most of it's also sealed. Okay. But this is your water bottle that, which I've also got like hydro packs too, like more than a couple. So that's good with that. So we're going to get involved in here. And what were they showing you? There's a flashlight in there. I think there's even 2 batteries, which are still not open. And they're even a good brand. I'm just digging around in here. See what else I can get out of here. If I can get to it. This right here is a whistle, which I wouldn't recommend using if you're out in the woods and about and trying to hide away, and a compass. This is more like if you get lost, like in today's world, but some of that I wouldn't like to whistle. I wouldn't be using, to alert people to where I'm at. This right here is, if I can get it out of here, because there's a lot in this thing. This is a poncho in case it gets rainy, and you can make some kind of a shelter out of it. You know, you could make a little lean-to if you get sticks and stuff. Okay, what's this? This right here is just a bag to put your stuff, extra plastic bag. And then this here, which I don't know if I can get out or not, because I've never really taken everything out of here. But this is like a survival blanket. You know, like the ones they show at the moon? Like, well, whatever, in a cold environment. It's one of those. It was a little blanket. So within this kit, there's a lot of stuff, okay? Just put it in your car, carry it around, forget about it. Know what I mean? Get all this back in here. This is going to go back in my car. But this is just a stupid little kit that you just carry in your car. It's got nothing to do with, you know, no food or anything, but hey, you can put water in it if you can still get water. You got a little, this was something I bought a long time ago. But I've been doing this kind of stuff since I was like little. Okay, since I was like 14 years old, I've been doing this. Okay, so I'm kind of like that Boy Scout. I'm always prepared. Anyway, there's a lot going on right now, and I told people this, and it may happen. And I already told people, because I'm not going to go too much into detail, but my thing was that if you know who gets, and it happens, there could very well be this deal with you know who that's above us, and everybody thinks it's really great, and then down the line it ends up being broken, and it goes off again, and there it is. Like they were saying, now like I told you, I have no side, because I don't think either one of these guys is correctly right for whatever it is. One's, well, what's my name? The other is not really. But somebody's going to get it. Unless there is, like a conspiracy theory said, no election at all. That I don't know yet. But stop and think about it. This is July, what, 16th? Yeah. August, September, October. 4 months, 30, 60, 90, 120. And anything can happen within those 4 months. So last night I happened to be here on good old YouTube, and big old bunch of protesters showed up at the RNC. See, each side has their own idea. One side believes one thing, one side believes it's something else. It's never going to be a united coalition of political never. I don't ever see it. Now, I voted to a point. I haven't voted in the last few elections. Just don't see it. I think a lot of it's rigged. And that doesn't mean that the last time it was, but it's more than likely always been. Whoever wants who in, it's going to happen. So that would mean that even these people that are battling, you know who, know he's going to win. And even if the other guy did win, they know he's going to win. You know what I mean? It's all career politicians and all this, and I'm up for any of that. So, but, you see, people are really getting to a point where they're just not united. And a lot of the things, like I tell you, that they throw on the dreaded FB should never be put there. Yet, if you go on there and say, I got this as I got old, but if you go on there and check, like if you dare say something that's political or whatever like that, you'll get banned for a week. Community standards. But if you try to help a friend who had a hacked page, they won't get rid of it. Or if you try to do whatever, they won't get rid of it. But they can have these over-the-top reels that are almost triple X. And, younger people are on social media, and that's totally fine. But if you go on there and say anything political or anything against some faction, well, then you're bad. So you can't win. It's just how it is. My activity on FB and Insta and all that are very low. I'm on there. I check my stuff once in a while. I might find an interesting song or something like that, and I post it. Other than that, not really. Because you know what? And another thing is, for iPhone users and not so much Android, and it could be happening anyway, they're dropping a new iOS. It's going to be very, 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 it already is, but it's going to be very, very, very AI driven. And the thing is getting good. They were talking about this on some show the other night, where your phone, because it's listening to you all the time, gets your algorithms. And somehow or another, it knows what you're thinking. Almost. And because you'll be thinking, I wanted to buy a wheelbarrow. But you're thinking it. You're not saying it. Next thing you know, it shows up on the phone. Because it's got your algorithms of you figured out, see? That's now. Wait till the new iOS comes in. Blending man, like everybody didn't believe, blending man with machine. Also making jobs to the point where most of them are robotic and they don't need you. You see? But population keeps growing. These poor young kids are going to come up to nothing because they're not going to have jobs to go to because they're already taken over by robots. Like the job I do, that's very easy, robotical. And all they would need would be two people at the end of the line to just pack the stuff. In fact, they could even probably figure that out with robots that way too. Only problem is you got to go from the station to the window to give it out. Now, there could be a way to do that too. But then again, it's got to have a real confirmation that the person picked up that order. And I'm not so sure that a computer, well, it could, but maybe that can't be done right now. But my job could be computerized very easily and make very low mistakes. So it doesn't make any sense to me how people keep having all these children when there's not going to be any jobs for them. Speaking of that, I was supposed to hear from the Social Security Department about retirement about 3 days ago. I haven't heard from them. So now I'm going to have to call up again and either schedule an appointment and go in or do some other thing and say, hey, what's going on with this? Because you know what? I'm ready to retire today. And this 6 months in, I should be able to. Because as of August 8th, I then qualify. And here it is July 16th, and I've heard nothing. There's a backlog, I'm sure. But you're supposed to get a notification that your retirement's been done, and this is the date it starts, and this is what you get. And here in this state, they've changed all that. You can work 40 hours a week and still get your retirement. It doesn't mean you won't get taxed more, but you can still do it. Not like a certain amount of hours, and that's all. So that's another thing I'm waiting for. I did find out that my weight loss is really not unnatural because the other day I ate too much, felt kind of bad, and I did gain a couple pounds. So I'm not losing weight just to lose weight. It's because I was only eating once a day and I'm never really hungry, so that's kind of part of it. Anyway, I've been telling people this for 50 years or more. Get your ducks in a row. They better be. Guys like me that need medication, don't know whether that's going to be, because when I go to order this, I'm only going to have a week left of what I got. That's it. That just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, that's another fish to fry, they might say. I am getting gas today because I never let my car get under half a tank. You have to have your own plan, because just because the people you're with doesn't mean they're going to have that plan. Now, they may be part of the plan, but you got to make a plan, because if you don't, and then whatever happens, what you going to do? You know what I mean? Never let your car get under half a tank of gas. Never. If I'd have had enough money, I would have bought generators for this house to help us out that way, but I couldn't afford that. These are just little things to get us by. Dumb little things, water. Always maybe have a water pack always with water in it. That's enough for a couple of days anyway. I did see these water storage bins, because they're not rain barrels. You can put these out in your garden, 3 or 4 of them, fill them up, leave them there. That's just water. You're not going to drink it. But if you have a little garden, you can water your plants. See, all kinds of stuff like that. People don't stop and think about any of that. And let's get on the other subject for a bit. 5 more minutes. What did we talk about, if you want to say conspiracy, whatever it is, NWO, all that? Well, they got to get people in order. First, there has to be chaos to start that order. And then they're going to get it into order before the comet, planet, dwarf star, Nibiru. And Nibiru is not the dwarf star. There's 2 different objects. I've told people about that. This is Nibiru. This is the comet, dwarf star, whatever it is. Nibiru is a blue water planet like this one. My conjecture, as far as it seems, because some time travel has been proven to probably work, is that planet, whatever it is pre what we're on. It's coming back on itself. Sounds far-fetched, but that's kind of what my little theory was all through my life. And that if it was a star, would be burnt out like a burnt out sun. Know what I mean? Gil says it's a comet, so I'm going with that. So if everything is going the way it's supposed to go, by around April or May of next year, which is not long, they should finally sight a red comet. Coma as big as a planet. Okay? Now, again, what did I tell you? They're not going to say that the comet is Betelgeuse. What they're going to say is that the light that you see is from Betelgeuse, when it really is from the comet. See, I didn't say the comet was Betelgeuse. I didn't say that. They're going to tell you that the light in the sky that shines all day and all night is from Betelgeuse finally going supernova. When in reality, the light from the comet is showing up in the day and the nighttime. But that takes the fear factor away, because people think, oh, it's just Betelgeuse. It blew up billions of years ago. And we're just now seeing the light. Where's the fear? There is none. See? But if they were to say, well, it's this comet, and oh my God, and no. And then if you look at the, 2029 or whatever it is with Apophis, oh, no, it's not going to be anywhere. Yet it's closer than any other asteroid's ever been to us. But yet, no, it's not going to hit us at 16,000 miles. You mean I can see that rock outside? But it isn't going to come anywhere near us. Oh, the trajectory. Then they switched their mind and said maybe it would. Anyway, that's all I got to really say today. But with what's been going on and everything else, I'd be prepared for pretty much anything. Now, again, as I stated before, this could be a 25-minute video. The best place to be in the beginning of a lot of things is right here. Right here. In your home. And carry a little day bag with you with like a couple of candy bars or something like that. Water, whatever, just enough to get from work to home. If your traffic is like gridlocked and all you can do is walk, well, if you live 20 miles away, that's going to take you at least a full day of trucking to get back to your home. Or stay in your car. Either way, you got your water and your food to kind of help you out for that day or whatever it is. That's called being prepared. Not relying on your PTB to help you. Also got to realize that in something like that, it's going to happen, that there's going to be a lot of theft. Not everybody's going to be out there for the benefit of you. Learning who to trust is going to be a hard thing. That's all I'm saying. Luckily, I grew up a very naive person, but was awoken throughout my life travels about how good and bad people can be. When I was a little kid, I thought everybody in the world was great. My mom raised me to be nice to everybody, and I soon found out, no sooner did I get to school, that in reality, no, not everybody is nice or has good intentions for you. They're greedy, they're jealous, there's bullies, there's this, there's that. When I was a little child, I was very small. I'd go with it where it went. Then I got bigger as I got bigger and got left alone a little bit. But there were guys who, certain things happened to me, this is why this happened, that shouldn't have never happened. I was doing nothing. But that was back in the old days of where they would go behind old guys and hit them. It's exactly what happened to me. I don't know exactly who did it, but I kind of do, but too late now. That was years ago. But remember the old game where they come up behind the old guys and pow, hit him in the back of the head? That's exactly what happened to me. Sucker punch right here. Right there. Lucky didn't break my jaw. So yeah, you're gonna have to learn how to trust who can you trust and how, you know what I mean. So with all that's been said and done, I tell you, F-16s are already over there. These are going to be flown by NATO pilots. These are not going to be drones. I'm sick and tired. I'm going to name this person, the channel. I'm sick and tired of people like this enforcer and stuff like that coming on there and telling you how much a certain country isn't winning a war when they're kicking ass. But they're using old stuff. They're not using conventional brand new stuff that they do have. If you say it, people are going to laugh at you because the general media told them that this country has nothing. Yeah, you think they have nothing? They just don't use it. What they're basically doing is drawing this country in, and the whole time they're going this way, coming back into another country. Israel, the Golan Heights, Syria, who happens to be their friend. That's chess. We're not playing checkers. We're playing chess. Kind of an old prison term. Chess, not checkers. And this person, like Canadian Prepper said, will probably be in charge of that country until he dies. Xi Jinping will probably be in there till he's gone. Putin will probably be in there till he's gone. The other guy got killed, so he's not going to be there. But these guys are going to be long-term in there. We don't do that. If these three countries, China, Russia, and Iran, all decide to get together, which they already have kind of agreed on, 3 against 1, eh? Well, it won't really be one because we do have some. But the three major other powers of the world against this, see what I mean? Now, in the last 5 minutes of this video, I did a video before kind of on this. This is personal. This has really nothing to do with any of this other stuff. I'll name one. Now, Dusty, I have nothing. I'm not mad. Nothing. But everybody has their thing and everybody kind of goes their own way and has their own thing they do. That's cool. I do miss the old days of talking about stuff. But I actually disappeared off of Messenger, even though I'm on it, because I'm being hassled by somebody I don't want to be hassled by. So I finally don't appear. You're just going to have to message me if you think I'm there, okay? Because I'm not going to appear online anymore because I got somebody who's starting to bug me and I don't want to talk to them. And if I appear online, they're going to go, oh, what? I don't want to deal with that. But we all have our own lives. We all go and do different things and things change throughout our lives. And that's cool. And I hope the best happens for you and everything else. But you and I know what's going on. You and I know that all the things we talk about and did, they're going to happen. Whether we're still living is the difference. But I do believe that we will be alive when most of this stuff goes down. And all the things we told these people over all this time, maybe they will finally get it then. But a lot of them didn't want to get it when we told them because it scared them too far. You see? But I do miss those days where we would sit there and this person lived in a different state and I lived in a different state. And this is way back in the old days of web cameras. Okay, they still have them, but they don't use them as much because you got Zoom and Skype and FaceTime and all these others. So nobody even really uses those anymore. But we would sit in my bedroom with my web camera pointed towards the moon. And then I'd show him how the moon was acting or like that. And he would send me pictures of other things. I have had two people, him and my stepson, send me 2 to 3, well, probably more than that, different pictures of what we would call UFOs, but I do know that one of them is from here. I still have that picture. I posted it here once. It's a triangle. It's in Alaska, and it's hanging up probably near a base somewhere. And my stepson said it moved real slow, and then wasn't there. I got that picture. The other friend sent me these pictures from years ago, and at first you just see these stars. But when you infrared it, they look like Bob Lazar UFOs, and there's about 4 of them. I could go deep into that and do another video about that. And I might make another video after this and go into that subject, okay? So I think I'm going to finish here, and we're going to go back into Area 51, Bob Lazar, and my take on what I believe it is. E.T. from Dagobah, no. Biological robots from our future, maybe. And this goes off of a few videos I've watched from Philip Corso Jr., the son, and he's since long passed away too. And they've been trying to get Greer on that page, and he doesn't get it. Now, while Greer's seeing could be very well true, but it isn't part of what these guys are talking about. So I'm going to end this video here on a 30-minute note. I'm going to do a second one since I'm alone, which is rare. And Thursday, I can't do anything because there'll be somebody home. So anyway, my friends, peace. I'll be seeing you. You hang in there and have a very good day.